So we're in my hometown of Pomona. As you can see, my car is actually running right now. I finally got this taken care of. It's November 1st, 2013. And the reason I'm filming this particular video right now, just kind of like a random video, behind me right here is one of the restaurants that I actually worked at in 2008. From about May 2008 to about June or July. And I'm here about 5 years later, and this place is still empty. It still has the original logo. Under that for lease banner, there's a logo that says Match Barbecue. There's another one on the other end of the building. But this is pretty much the way it's been left since I worked here about 5 years ago. It's just that they ripped out a bunch of stuff. That was the podium right there where they were, you know, greeting people and taking reservations and whatnot. It wasn't like a fancy restaurant. It was just a, you know, just a little barbecue restaurant. I'll go show you the other side over here. Gotta go through these bushes. So here was the outdoor dining area. And by the way, this place ripped me off for $535.91. I know the exact amount by heart because I dealt with it so much. I still have the original check somewhere. I don't know where it is, but every time I went to the bank to go and cash it in or deposit, they would always tell me that there was insufficient funds in their account. So I was never able to get that money, and I took the owner to court, and small claims court out here in Pomona, back when I was still living out here. And he basically kind of like danced his way out of it, saying that we're going after the wrong guy. Oh, and when I was at court, taking him to court, one of the waitresses that worked there, who I wasn't even in contact with that closely, happened to be there also the same day. So it's kind of funny. I guess maybe they schedule it like that or something. I don't know. If two people are suing the same person, I guess they schedule them all to be in the same room on the same day. But so anyway, he basically danced his way around it, saying that he wasn't the owner, and that he supposedly got screwed too or something. I don't know. I forget. It was so long ago, and that's why I was such in shock here when I saw this place. So there's a logo. I kind of got a little distracted here. There's a barbecue logo, Match Barbecue and Grill. When I first started working here though, oh wow, gotta watch out for that. When I first started working here back in 08, it was called Herman's Barbecue and Grill. But then this guy named Chef Brian Hill, he was an asshole. Yeah, I mean, he could cook. I mean, he could be nice when he wanted to, but like a lot of us started to hate him after a while because he was like talking down to us and, you know, talking to us like we were stupid and stuff. And I almost went off. Actually, no, I did go off on him. I did go off on him when they were doing the grand reopening, because what happened is he basically, I don't know, he bought the place out or became one of like the main owners or something. I don't know all the exact technicalities, but he came in and he took over, and he basically changed everything up and changed the name to Match Barbecue and Grill, and they are having a big grand reopening, and I was busting my ass. I was a dishwasher here, and I was really busting my ass, just covered in sweat. I was exhausted, out of breath. I mean, I wasn't like obese or anything. I was heavier than I am now, about 180 pounds. I'm about 150 now. So I was just really busting my ass, working hard, and he tells me something. I forget how it happened exactly, but he starts telling me that to work faster or something, and I was like, hey, I've been working really hard and fast like all morning, you know, and into the afternoon, and you know, as you can see, like, you know, at the time you can see I was like covered in sweat, and he was like, well, I don't care, I need you to work faster. And I'm like, I literally went like this to him. I'm gonna act it out right now and risk looking crazy in front of all these parked cars behind me. and all these people around in the parking lot, but I literally went off on him. I went, I am fucking working, damn! So I went like that to him, but mad though. I really went off on him. I went off on him, got really mad, and he just went like he just like didn't even like say anything. He didn't like cuss at me or yell at me or tell me I was fired or any of that. And by the way, the reason why I'm not working here anymore, I wasn't fired, I was let go, and then obviously it went out of business. But I was just so surprised to see this still here, still empty, still with the same logo 5 years later, over 5 years later, going on like 5.5 years pretty soon.
Okay, in front of me is Match Barbecue and Grill, located at 50 Rio Rancho Road in Pomona, California. This is owned by Michael Dektiar. He also owns about 2 or 3 Denny's restaurant locations. He drives a Mercedes CLS 500 or 550 something, and also a Mercedes SUV. You know, a big successful business owner, or so you would think. The reason for all his wealth is because he doesn't pay his employees. He hires people, and they work for him, and he gives them paychecks, rubber paychecks that bounce. And then every once in a while, a few will clear, but for the most part, they don't. Or when you are given a paycheck, it'll come in real late, like a month behind or more than a month. I first started working here in March of 2008. It was okay at first, and then the paychecks started coming in late, and at least back then they were clearing, and then they started coming in late, and then a couple of times I had the paycheck mailed back to me from the bank saying non-sufficient funds, and then I would go to the manager or to the owner, and he would take care of all of us and pay us in cash. But then it got to the point that it got real slow, and they let me go, and I still had a paycheck worth over $500 that I've been trying to get from this guy for over a year. So every time I would go in, I would talk to this guy, Michael, and I would ask him about my money, and he'll reassure me, you know, be like, oh, don't worry, I take care of you. I take care of you by the end of the month. Give me 2 weeks. I'll have it for you. Come in next Monday. Come in next month. And so every time I would come in, and he would always just give me another excuse, another deadline. And so I got tired of it, and I started bugging him. I started calling him and sending him emails, texting him, like, where's my money? I need to get paid. I have rent due. I need my money. I need my money. And every time, and I would go in, he'll put his arm around my shoulder, and just try to comfort me and reassure me. Oh, I give you your money. Don't worry. I give it to you. I'm working on getting funds, and it's always the same crap. Old coworkers of mine have sued him, as I am in the process of doing. One of the chefs there, who I won't name, used to work there, and he's now owed over $15,000 from this guy, and it's actually gotten to the point where he had to go and get a lawyer, and he's making a civil lawsuit out of this, and all I have to say to him is more power to you. All of us ex-employees are like in one big bandwagon suing this guy. All he does is hire people, and they quit because they don't get paid, and then he just puts a help wanted sign like nothing ever happened. He's like, oh, I need a dishwasher, I need a bartender, I need a waitress, you know, and it just goes on and on and on, and then those people quit, and it's the same story all over again. This is not the way to do business. He deserves to be put in jail, and this place needs to be shut down. But first, everyone needs to get paid. There's so many employees that I know of that have not been paid by this guy. If you've ever worked here or been here, ask any of the employees when was the last time they got paid. One of the chefs that used to work there a long time ago when I first started, he actually went and bought a new car, and he was making payments on it, and he ended up losing the car because he just couldn't he couldn't make the payments, and he quit, and then he came back in sometime later because his wife and his kid didn't have money, and they needed groceries, and he came in for at least some money, and he didn't get any money. And then this other chef that sold over 15,000, he needed to register his truck with the DMV, and he went. He didn't have the money, and he called Michael. And he's like, Michael, I need some of my money. I need to register my truck. And so he said, okay, I take care of you. And he actually went down to the DMV, and he actually wrote a check to the DMV on behalf of this chef. And a while later, he gets a letter in the mail back saying that the check bounced, and now he owes like over $300 something. And so he's been calling this guy Michael, and he just keeps giving his same excuses. So now he's tired of it. We're all tired of it.
And it's still here. So if you guys, some of you guys that don't believe me that the economy has gone down the shitter, here's an example right here. Over 5 freaking years, and this restaurant space is still empty, just the way it was. So anyway, I gotta go do some grocery shopping, and I'm like visiting some friends around here in the area. Probably gonna try to film some more videos, show you guys around, show you guys different things. I wasn't even planning this one. I saw this, I was like, I was literally pulling up in my car. I'm like sitting here, I'm like, what the fuck? That's still there? So anyway, I better get going. I got shit to do. So catch me in my other videos. Rate, subscribe, thumbs up. Network 126. Let's see if this thing starts the first time. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, sweet. It started. It's kind of hard to hear on the camera sometimes, I've noticed. It just sounds kind of weird. There, you probably heard it by now. Okay, I'm going to stop this video. Network 126. Rate, subscribe, thumbs up. Once again, adios.